Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Unveil the Real, the 5060 show.
Well, we always gonna bring you 110%.
That's right. That's right. I'm your host, Scoops.
And I'm Coach Rosie.
All right. That's good. That's good, man. How you been? How you been, bro?
Oh man, just this sickness that's going around, bro. It's been kind of hitting me. So hopefully, I got the right meds now that's gonna help me get through it. But these last couple weeks been struggling. You can probably hear it in my voice right now, but
Yeah.
just trying to push on through, the show, the show must go on, as they say.
Man,
So, well, it
we
is.
we appreciate it, man. My guy's taking no sick days for this pod. Thank you. Nah, we do appreciate it. And again, yeah, that's tough because it's definitely spreading all around. It's starting to be that time of the year again. So just prayers out to anyone who's just, not feeling the best. And please, everyone who is watching this, please do your best. Take care of yourself. We got the whole winter coming ahead of us, and we don't need any extras. We got people still getting
Got
COVID nowadays.
co got a co-host
Yeah.
here.
Hey, Zuri.
He said, "How's Eric?"
Hey, girl. What you
Can you
doing?
say, can you say, "Welcome to the show"? Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Our other co-host, Missouri. You feel me? Don't play with niece. She was like, look at my hands.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but no.
Okay. I'll see you. Okay.
She's definitely gonna be one of our special guests in the future, man. Well, man, that was definitely a dope guest appearance, man. Glad to see niece doing good. But again, yeah, like I said, I hope, like you said, the meds work. We spoke a little earlier, man. How did that go? Did you get some rest or how do you
Oh
or did,
yeah, no, I did. Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay,
I did, and got up and went to practice and stuff. So
okay. Yeah,
it'll be
that's good. That's good. Well, yeah, man, as for me, I mean, I'll tell you, man, the best news probably, I guess you could say since I bought my car, I just paid my car off.
Oh,
You
that's fast
know.
too. That's
Woo.
fast.
Well, yeah, I actually, I'm gonna say this. Not speaking about like financial literacy or anything like that, because some people, even accountants, they might advise you not to pay off your car or your
Fast,
house
man.
fast. You know what I'm saying? But you know how it is, bro. Man, listen, and again, you personally know how much, overtime and things like that I used to work. So I was ready to get rid of that car payment. It is what
For
it
sure.
is, bro. I was yeah, so that's my big news. I probably paid it off maybe probably 2 years, 3 years early. So
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
that
That's
that was
awesome.
the best feeling.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we got both our cars paid off, and I know that was like a
Oh,
big piece off your back when you do that.
man. Yeah, especially with some of our future goals. So we're
Right,
just
for sure.
getting to the next thing. But like I said, that's pretty much it for me, man. It was a nice calm week, good week for football again, and um, can't come on. You pay your car off, best feeling. You really pay anything off, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah,
It's just one
definitely,
less thing you got to worry about.
for sure.
All right, man. Woo!
Yeah, this was a good week. Cause I tallied them up too, and like we both did pretty well. Cause
We
I
did.
was like 9 and something, you was like 11 and something. Like we both did pretty good.
Mhm.
So I tip my hat to you. Like you got it this week. No complaints from me this week.
Yeah. Nah, I mean it's just such a tough, like we mentioned last week. It's a tough league, and that's how we want it. But sometimes there is, a few upsets, man. Let me see. So for instance, yes, that excuse me, that 49ers game, it was, I mean, like you said, I mean, I don't know, like Purdy's just finding his way. He's getting in that rhythm. Kittle's healthy again, and that played a big part. Kittle got, I think, maybe what, one or two touchdowns, and Debo's getting back in the mix of things too. So it was definitely a lot to it was a lot for Purdy to celebrate. But I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm looking at it now. Kittle got two touchdowns. Debo got one touchdown. So, without McCaffrey, they still
Yeah,
end up getting the dub.
they're definitely figuring out what it looks like to play without having McCaffrey back there. So they're starting to figure it out for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, but still tip my hat off to Geno Smith, man. He still threw for 312. He
Yeah.
did get two picks, you know what I'm saying? You could tell it was just a rough game, but I think that 49ers defense is definitely they're trying to pick back up where they left off at last year, and I think that's playing a big factor right now. Which
Oh
is
yeah,
which
yeah,
but
for
which I
sure.
believe what the Chiefs they're playing the Chiefs this week. So
Yeah.
that's definitely going to be the what we say the
This is the
rematch.
rematch.
Look, and I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for us to talk about the pitch that you might be like, well, I'm gonna pick the 49ers because of
Nah. Listen,
I,
we'll get to the pick later on. We'll get to the picks later. But
all right. Bears, Jaguars.
yeah,
Bears came out. They played a good. They played a pretty good game.
they
Caleb,
did.
Caleb Williams did good.
He did. He's getting the ball out faster. He's starting to slide when he has to scramble. You can tell he's really starting to figure things out. I'm like you mentioned, they invested so much money into him,
Oh
so
yeah,
they gotta
they had to figure it out.
and
They
they
had to
and,
figure
and
it
they
out.
are. They are. So they got the dub, man. Buccaneers Saints. Jeez, did you see the score 51 of set 27?
27. Dude, this was kind of a surprising score, man. I did not think the Saints was gonna get blown out, but somebody starting to really think like, was that beginning of the season stuff just the hype in the Saints?
Yeah, they got some issues in that locker room. I think between
But they played without Derek Carr, so that's a big piece.
yeah. Carr, and that's the thing. Carr was going crazy. Yes, he got hurt. He got injured in that Monday night Chiefs game, but Carr's. I mean, come on. We do got to give it to him though. So we'll see how it goes when they get back in rhythm. If Carr comes back. But oh yeah, this is the game that I think I could not wait to watch this Commanders versus Ravens game. That game, you know, Jaden Daniels, and Lamar Jackson. That was a crazy game. But Big Bro came out on top. By 7, 23-30. It was still a hell of a game. Like I said, man, I'm trying to look at the stats now. I mean, okay, Jaden Daniels rushed 6 times for 22 yards. That's actually probably one of the lower games that he's like, rushed. But again, still 269 in the air for two TDs. So, he still did his thing.
Yeah,
He definitely
yeah.
did his thing.
What
But
about this Texans and the Patriots? I mean, 41-21. I mean, they came out on fire. And I was kind of frustrated at myself because I didn't start Tank Dell because he had been off for the past few weeks and then he
oh
went off
yeah,
top. So I'm like, man,
yeah.
because that was, and we gonna talk about that later on. Because if I had started him, I would have beat you. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there, man. So that's that Texans, Eagles. Oh yeah, we both picked the Texans, we both picked the Eagles. Uh I mean, who they play? Yeah, they played the Browns. But that actually ended up being a kind of a close game. It was 20-16. So
All right.
yeah, so it is what it is. Broncos, Chargers. Nobody. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but that was just a boring game. It really was boring. Um, but who ended up winning? Chargers ended up winning that. Herbert's cool. He's doing all right, but it was just a boring game in my opinion.
Steelers came on uh finished up on top of the Raiders pretty big.
Yeah.
Uh Falcons, Panthers.
South.
Falcons came out on top there. Now, this game was the spotlight. Everybody was like, what's going on with the Cowboys?
Man,
Lions came out and said, we not playing with y'all. In Cowboy Stadium, in Jerry's World, said, we not doing it with you.
yeah, that was. I didn't think it was going to be that type of turnout, but it's really just showing what's going on in that locker room. You know what I'm saying? They got some issues, man. I don't. I don't know if Jerry Jones is going to be able to fix it. Yeah, but it's crazy. Prescott still had a. He still had a. Nah, no, he didn't.
He
No,
didn't. I was say, no, he didn't.
he did not.
Yeah, he played horrible. Okay.
Uh,
Bengals, Giants.
Bengals. Yeah, that actually was not a bad game. But did you? I don't know if you seen Malik Neighbors, man, got hurt.
All that, yeah.
Yeah, so that was yeah. He he was definitely he was like becoming like that Odell in New York. You know what I'm saying? So that I don't know.
But
Mm,
I'll say too, like it was kind of like even though the Bengals is kind of a little Chiefs rivalry, but the Bengals had a couple rough weeks where they were playing close games and losing them. It was kind of good to like see them be able to compete and then go ahead and finish off with a dub that week. So that was good.
yeah,
Uh, Bills Jet in that Monday night game, first game without their head coach. The
yes.
Jets played it pretty tough. I mean, gave a good effort at it, but
Oh,
Bills.
I mean, it came down to 3 points. You know what I'm saying? But man, I don't know. I honestly, I almost picked the Jets to win only because like new coach. You know what I'm saying? New head coach, which not really new head coach, but it's like
Yeah, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers fired up. You know what I'm saying? Man, it should just be kind of some new energy in there, but.
It's gonna be interesting now because you just saw what just happened where he got Devontae Adams. He's literally bringing every player that he played with in Green Bay with him.
It's weird. It's like what is
Every player.
and
So
I
like that.
mean,
So it's like that. Like really tells you like Aaron Rodgers really has the influence.
for sure, for sure. I mean, that's the power of these players, man. They're the ones that are putting people in these seats. You know what I'm saying? But it's I don't know. In my opinion, it's starting to get weird. I don't know. I don't know if I even like it yet, but to me, it's just starting to get weird. You're bringing all your old teammates back. It's like, okay, cool, y'all coming back together, but and again, we know Devontae he's gonna go crazy, you know
Right.
what I'm saying, with Aaron Rodgers. We can all tell like this is who he misses. Like Derek Carr was cool. What? Then he had Minshew, but yeah, no, no.
He had Garoppolo for a second, didn't he too? Garoppolo, but yeah, that was it.
Man, but anyway, very good, interesting week 6. Uh, you got trades, you got players moving around, coaches getting fired. I mean, it's definitely an interesting week, man. So
Sure.
moving forward, we gotta do our homework. It's getting crucial.
Definitely.
All right, man. So because Chiefs are on the bye week, and this is at this point in the podcast, we normally speak about who the Chiefs, Chiefs game or whatnot. But since they are on a bye week, we're going to discuss, just the breakdown. of our fantasy football because it was perfect timing that me and Rosie actually played each other this past week in fantasy football. And it actually came down to a close, pretty close, matchup, but came out with that dub. Man, I won in both my leagues though, so I just been having a good week. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good feeling. Yeah.
You know, just a disclaimer, when you play the commissioner of the league, things can happen.
Ah,
Like,
come
you
on,
know,
man.
it's just like, like ironically, like Jordan Love has the best week he ever had. Like, it's like I need to go back in them settings and see like how many points he gets per pass now. Cause it's like this when you're playing the commissioner, things change, and now he gets 5 points per yard and stuff. It's like
Ah, come
instead
on.
of point, it's like you
That's what
never know.
Lamar should have been doing, but
Never know. You
you
never know.
not listen. No, this was probably one of the best games of his career so far. But Jordan Love missed what two? I think he missed like 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So
At
it's
least
like,
yeah, at least one.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. So it's how is he doing all this? We still have a lot more of the season to go, and he's putting up big numbers like this. So,
Right.
and man, that is a lot. 40, yeah, yeah, yeah. He was going crazy though. They was just embarrassing the Cardinals, man. I actually thought the Cardinals was going to do better than that, but yeah. But anyway, you had Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase is going crazy too. Actually, no, was this like the Sunday night game? That Bengals versus Giants. It might have been because
Yeah.
I think of course, I was rooting for him for Chase not to, catch balls and stuff like that. So yeah, or I forgot what time they played, but I was definitely rooting for, you know, I I was like every time T Higgins was catching that ball, I was like, yes. I'm like T Higgins, man, just score, bro. Mm, playing with them. But anyway, yeah, man.
Praying, praying on my downfall. That's crazy.
Hey, you know how that fantasy football goes. But see, look, well, yeah, I had Zay Flower, but you had McLaurin. McLaurin was going crazy, man.
A great game. That was probably one of his best games this year.
Yeah, because Jaden Daniels, he's figuring it out, bro. Just throw it up. the, McLaurin, I'm not for sure how fast he is, but he's definitely obviously their number one wide receiver, and he always puts up numbers when the quarterback, you know what I'm saying, just gets that ball in his hands every
Yeah.
time. So he's definitely a good one. Yeah, oh yeah, I had Debo and you had that Johnston. Oh yeah, that wide receiver, yeah,
He got hurt. He
yeah,
got hurt early, so he didn't get much for me.
yeah.
Josh Josh Jacobs had an okay week at running back, and then you
Compared
know,
to Barkley. This dude, I don't know what happened. Yeah, they
because
got
they haven't figured out the Eagles haven't figured out how to use him yet.
he, he
That's the problem.
he's had like one, maybe two like big games and all, but it's just not consistently. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they're gonna do. But moving down to tight ends, yeah, I mean, look, see, yeah, that's right. You had George Kittle. Yeah, oh, I was hurting watching that game. Cause George Kittle was just on fire, bro. He caught 2 touchdown passes. He was just snatching everything that Purdy was throwing at him. It was ridiculous. I was mad a lot that game. I was mad a lot. Our flex. Oh yeah, yeah. I had Kenneth Walker, and you
Hey,
had
Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, see that was a pretty good matchup right there too. Can't ask for too much more. Yo, kicker. Oh, you got Ravens kicker. That's why.
Yeah,
Tucker. Yeah, and the defense. See, the defense is really who saved me, man. They 51 to 27.
yeah, for sure.
They put a beat down on them, man. But again, man, it was a good matchup. I mean, you see, I only won by what is that? 17 points. So
Right.
it wasn't by much, bro. It was
But Tank Dell scored 19 points.
dang. So, but look, but who? Oh, I guess you would have probably put him in and be in for Johnston. You probably
Yeah.
would have put him in for Johnston regardless. And look at
Nah, I'm talking stuff. But nah, yeah.
it. He got hurt. I mean, them injuries, bro. Them injuries.
So that's all fine and good. We're gonna go ahead and keep it moving forward. The people want to know who we talking about on this Get Them Chopping this week. So,
Yeah.
Get Them Chopping. So Arizona was playing against Texas Tech receiver Devin Hyatt.
Mhm.
Catches the pass, gets hit out of bounds. He run into the back of a male cheerleader, Kobe Thurston, male cheerleader for Texas Tech. And
Dude is
like clockwork, Mr. Kirsten just hopped up on his feet. He was good to go. On the contrary,
a monster.
Devin Devin was on the ground. You would have thought like he just took the biggest hit of his life, but he just
Bro.
ran into the back of Kobe Kirsten. Now, before I go too far in on Devin, Kobe Kirsten looks like somebody's freaking left tackle. Gotta
Dude.
be 6'5", 280 plus, big dude. Um, so I would say, like he's a like prototype big guy. And Devin Hyatt is a smaller receiver build, but I don't like the response of the collision. So because of that, Devin Hyatt, you gotta get him chopping. You cannot show weakness. You cannot show
Oh,
that hurt you. Like you have to get up. Like
he
Kobe
look hurt,
didn't
bro.
show. Like Kobe didn't show no weakness, bro. He just got up and was
Bro.
happy and went right back to his stuff.
Now, as you are looking at this video, y'all are gonna see that guy, Kobe Kirsten, the male cheerleader. He got up before him, I believe so, and he
Yes,
tried
for sure.
to help him up. Now, luckily, the guy did get up, but man,
Right,
you could tell Mr. Hyatt was hurt, man, and then, like I said, the cheerleader, he just dude is huge. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to kind of find, his track record because he's huge. He's already tossing these
yeah,
college girls in the air. Like you, you gotta be you gotta be somewhat fit to do that. But
for sure.
man, but nah, Mr. Hyatt, you definitely got to get him chopped. That was a little too embarrassing in my
On
case.
the whistle, big dog. On the whistle.
On the
Get him shopping. Get him shopping.
Man, that was a good take. Good take. All right, so moving on to some college football, man, it's definitely heating up. You know what I'm saying? The playoffs are going to be here pretty soon before we know it, right?
Like, it's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming.
So, but a couple games, you know what I'm saying that I know both of us will actually probably be watching, which we'll probably be in the same place during one of these games. Is the Georgia versus Texas game, which again, that's number one versus number five. And
Big
who's the
game.
other game, Rosie? Who's the other
The other
game?
game is Alabama, who's number 7, versus number 11, Tennessee.
Yeah,
So these are two games that feature four teams that are in the top 12.
that's right.
So
Yeah,
it's gonna be, like last week we had a bunch of like upsets. Um, I don't see that being a big thing this week, kind of going through the games, but I do see like these two games being like highlight games where possibly like a lower ranked team can hop up on top of one. So
yeah,
these
yeah,
are
for
going to
sure.
be two games that we're going to have our eyes on for sure.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's definitely heating up, man. So I definitely got to keep my eye out, ooh, for these two games and all. But good luck to those guys, and I don't know. I always love the college competition. It's just so intense and so good to watch. So, that's what week 8. College football is a week ahead of the NFL. So they're in week 8. Huge games coming up this week, man. So
Right.
definitely tune in, guys. All right, man. So now we're in week 7. You know what I'm saying? NFL. Let's get through some of the picks that we picked, man. This is interesting. So I picked the Broncos this week. I don't know. I just don't have too much faith in the Saints anymore. I mean, I know they came off a bad loss, but Broncos defense is actually pretty good, and I believe Bo Nix is just going to do a better job this week. I think he's found his rhythm. Him being a rookie, you can't expect too much. Obviously, we want a W. We want him to throw a million yards, but I just think he's starting to figure it out after watching some of that Broncos game last week. So you picked
So
the
I'm gonna go with the Saints on this one. I'm not gonna fall off of it too much because they played the Buccaneers, who's a pretty good team. Um,
yeah.
Spencer Rattler's first start,
Hmm.
So and also I don't think the Broncos is the Buccaneers. So I don't think the Broncos has the same kind of firepower.
That's a
So,
very good point.
we will see how it
And
comes out. I'm going Saints.
and we don't know when Derek Carr comes back because who
Right.
knows how that's
He's
going to.
still doubtful for tomorrow. He's still
Oh, is
doubtful.
he? Okay. Okay.
He's doubtful for tomorrow.
This next pick, I was up in the air that Patriots and Jaguars. But I picked the Patriots. You picked the Jaguars. I
I
mean, it
win
was
Jaguars.
yeah, yeah. It should be actually a pretty good game, but
No, yeah. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be a really good game. This Lions Vikings is gonna be. This one really
oh
should have
man,
been a primetime game. That Lions Vikings is gonna be really good, But I'm gonna stay with my pick of the Lions because as as I'll say every week, I picked them to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So I'll
yeah.
see.
I picked the Lions too. Shoot them, they was going crazy. We didn't even mention it. We didn't mention the Lions on their performance wise. I think it was just so disrespectful. I don't even know if you've seen some of the highlights, some of the plays, but I don't. One of the plays when I knew the game was over, bro, they did a hook and ladder play with the lineman, with the offensive lineman. It was crazy, bro. But they did whatever they wanted to the Cowboys. I mean, they had their offensive lineman out and wide out. You know what I'm saying? They just did whatever they want. But I've personally never seen uh a trick play to where an offensive, eligible offensive lineman is getting the ball on a hook and ladder play.
Yeah.
But again, once I seen that, I knew the game was over. But I just wanted to give them flowers for that game. Cowboys is just looking a mess this season. You know what I'm saying? They won what, 1 or 2 games, but that was just the most disrespectful game I think I've ever watched. You know what I'm saying? The score showed for itself, but performance wise, you got to understand they planned. I We all have fun right throughout the football season, but they already had a game plan for their offensive linemen to score touchdowns. I just had to highlight that. That's all I wanted to say. All right, so moving on, man. Who we got? The Bills, Titans. Yeah, that was.
If I pick the Bills,
I definitely picked the Bills. No, come on, Mr. Mayo. I always bring up Mr. Mayo. All right, next we got the Dolphins, Colts.
I
Who did
pick
you?
the Colts. I think the Dolphins are drowning right now.
Oh yeah, I picked the Colts too. Yeah, yeah, they
They
probably still.
gotta get a they gotta get another quarterback in there. They just
Yeah,
have to.
yeah. I think they're just going to go downhill so that I'm speaking off the record, but I think they're going to go downhill so that they can get another quarterback or something, high in draft because it's getting bad for them. It's getting bad. Next, we got the Seahawks and Falcons.
I
Who do
went
you?
Seahawks. I went
uh,
Seahawks.
I'm going Falcons, man. Seahawks is going crazy too, but I like Falcons defense. And again, if excuse me, if Kirk Cousins is throwing 509 yards, four touchdowns, I think it was one interception, then but again, that was versus a pretty good defense, right? And again, yes, Kirk Cousins won, but they still were down bad. You know what I'm saying? The majority of that game. So for him to still get 509 passing yards, yeah, I'm going with the Falcons. Who we got moving on?
Since Packers. This was a hard one for me,
Ah,
but I went Packers.
yeah,
But yeah, this is the
yeah.
hard one for me.
Texans, they've been playing some close games. Uh, the majority of the games, I believe, have been pretty close. And versus that Packers defense. And I think it's getting more and more dangerous because Jordan Love is becoming healthier and healthier every week. And the numbers that he's putting up is crazy. So
But I'll tell you two a piece that I kind of accounted for in this is like, hey, the Texans, like they're in Houston, hot city. They play in a dome. They're gonna have to go to Green Bay in mid-October where it's gonna be cold and have to go play ball.
yeah,
So
yeah, yep, yep. They got to get used to that. Hopefully, they already up there. Shoot, they better get used to it or something.
Bengals, Browns. I went Bengals.
Yeah, I went Bengals too. Yeah, that no faith in the Browns. Their quarterback
They
issues.
just got rid of Amari Cooper somewhere else now, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yep. They just lost one of their top wide receivers. They Browns really didn't have a quarterback. I think they knew they made a mistake with Deshaun Watson, and it's showing. It's showing, man.
Eagles, Giants.
That's hey. Well, actually, I'll tell you this: Eagles. If you look at most of the Eagles' past games, they're pretty like close score games, and it's close score just the majority of the game. I mean, it just shows that the Eagles have a very good defense, but I don't know what's going on with Jalen Hurts. But I will say this: last week I think was the first game. It might have been AJ Brown's first game coming back, but also Devontae Smith came back from that concussion situation. So now you're about to have AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Goddard. He needs to do better this week. My wife
Yeah.
has him in her fantasy league, and he did pretty bad, I think, this week. But or last week. But yeah, but yeah, I picked the Eagles. I picked the Eagles, man. You
Yeah.
did too? Okay. All right, man. Giants,
Raiders, Rams.
yeah, that's
I went Rams. Raiders are having a hard time. They just lost their best offensive weapon. They they may be also trying to, tank the season to try to go get like a number one pick.
and see, and so me, I picked the Raiders. For the record, I picked the Raiders before. Well, it's been a controversy going on with Devontae this past week, but I don't know. Some in me is just saying choose the Raiders, so I went with them, man. The next guys are just gonna have to step up. You know what I'm saying? That's the name of the game. They're all professionals.
Yeah.
So, uh,
Panthers, Commanders.
oh, come on now.
Going with the Commanders. Jalen Daniels is having a good year.
Yeah. Chiefs, 49ers. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Now I want to go with the Chiefs. This is so.
I'm saying it's just a Super Bowl
This
rematch,
is the
but
rematch.
I won't listen. I really want the Chiefs to win because I know that if of course my prediction is the Chiefs 49ers in the Super Bowl. I know that matchup is going to be crazy. I know that really whoever loses the game, they're going to want to see each other again in February. So Debo Sams and Kittle, George Kittle, I believe they have a podcast together. But Debo, I mean, he's a man of his word. He actually mentioned that he said, I don't think I ever beat uh Patrick Mahomes. I was like, so I need to go back and look on some information on that, and hopefully we can come back to that next week. And I mean, after the game, of course, and we could talk about that. So who we got next, man? Jets, Steelers.
I picked the Steelers. The Jets trying to figure it out. I think the Jets will be able to put some wins together later on. But I think they're going to be trying to figure it out. I don't. Devontae Adams is probably not playing this week, I imagine. And then, so I'm going Steelers.
Yeah. I wonder if they gonna let him. But honestly, in my case, I kind of hope. Well, I do want them to play Devontae Adams, but I hope they don't because I have Garrett Wilson in one of my fantasy teams. So yeah, let's let him get some more points before Devontae Adams comes. But
But
yeah,
he's probably going to get more when Devontae comes because teams are going to start targeting Devontae. Like so,
exactly.
but no,
That's
yeah. So
gonna be crazy.
we got Ravens, Buccaneers. I think this game is going to be a really good one.
Yeah.
Baker
Oh,
Mayfield's been playing well.
oh
Lamar
yeah.
Jackson. I think that's going to be a really, really good Monday night game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. We got two Monday night games this week. Yeah. So yep, that one. I'm pretty sure
Yep.
I went with
I'm
Buck.
going with the Ravens.
You going with the Ravens? I went with the Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks. I'm going with the Bucks, which is crazy because I got Lamar in my other league, but I'm going with the Bucks, man. They're doing stuff. And the last but not least is the Chargers Cardinals game.
And it's going to be a boring game.
Yeah.
Very boring.
Hey,
The Chargers offense is boring, but they get things done.
yeah.
Um,
Herbert, man.
I mean, Coach like Harbaugh's offense is just usually not that dynamic like that. Like they're gonna do what they have to do. They go in and drive the field. They don't have like major receivers like Quentin Johnston may be the number one, and
Yeah.
it's like they don't have like major players right now. So
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins is the running back. It's like they got a lot of like role players, but no real stars.
Yeah.
Uh, and Justin Herbert's been playing pretty mediocre this year.
Yeah. 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 I don't know what's going on over there in LA. But man, hopefully they figure it out. This is our picks for week 7.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Some pretty good games, a couple boring games in my opinion. But we're gonna figure it out, man. We're gonna see, man. This is two Monday night games. So it's a lot of entertainment this week, actually. So man, again, thank you, Rosie, for being here, not taking no days off. I know you about to, take your meds and make sure the kids get in bed so you can go to bed.
Right.
Yeah, man. But again, I appreciate it, bro. But yeah, yeah, man. Let's have a good week. Let's just get to it. You know what I'm saying? And please tune in, subscribe, comment, share, and thank you all again. I'm Scoops.
I'm Coach Rosie,
All right, man. Thank you all for tuning in to the 5060 show.
where we always gonna give you 110%.
All right, we out.